Welcome. Today our focus is how to grow your client base. So I'm joined again by my partner, Scott Farmer. Again, my name is John Doucette. I have 30 years in the industry as a colorist, a stylist, a multiple salon owner, a franchisor, and an educator. And I'm looking forward to this webinar today because the information that Scott and I are about to share with you, I think will be of great value. So without further ado, Scott, welcome.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Nice to see you all here, and I'm looking forward to the webinar as well.
We're going to jump right into it, Scott. So today, our agenda, it's 3 parts actually. Part 1 is going to be how to attract new clients. Part 2 is how we're going to retain more clients. And part 3 is maintaining practices. So today, again, we're going to be talking about cross promotions, networking, social media, and walk-ins, and how we can leverage all of those to help to grow our client base. So let's talk about cross promotions. They have to be related. They have to be related to the product or the promotion that you're making reference to. They have to be believable. They have to be logical brand association. We're going to talk a bit about that. It has to be easy to understand, easy to execute, and easy to redeem. So what do I mean when I say related and believable? So whatever type of salon you have, if you have a high-end salon, then you want to align yourself with another vendor that's high-end as well. So you share a similar client base and a similar brand value, if you will. The promotion has to be easy to understand for the client, has to be easy to execute. It can't be complicated. It has to be as simple as saying, look, you know what, you come in, this is what you receive as a result of. So that it's it's completely transparent. Scott, is that something that you do in your salon?
Absolutely, yeah. One of the things I did when I first opened my business was reach out to my community. Well, I'm in a very suburban area right here with one of the biggest malls in Georgia, and I just went out and I introduced myself to the business owners around and asked if they would be interested in doing any kind of cross promotions, or if they had a network that they were involved in that I could come and speak at. Or I think it's very, very important to get into the community, and what better way is through other business owners that are trying to grow and build their business exactly like you are, and team up with that. I think that's a powerful tactic that you can do, is just get out in the community, go around and introduce yourself, give out cards, give the shop owners a promotion to come in and visit your salon for the first time visit or something, or maybe you give them a voucher for their employees, treat their employees to come in and visit your business. The more people you can get talking about your business, the better you are.
And Scott, a great exercise at this point would be, if the people that are attending today, they can create a list of like-minded partners that they would want to align with, that they could cross-promote with, and then identify potential offers, whatever that is, whether it's a haircut, whether it's a highlights, color, whatever it is, because that is such a great tool. And I think if they focus some time on that today, that they can use that moving forward.
Sure. Dentists, chiropractors, dry cleaners. I mean, there's so many people that you can work with. And one of the other things I like to do is I'll make it really brief, but like I'll go to some of the local restaurants and say, hey, I'm running Facebook ads for my business right now. Would you be willing, if I put your name and your logo in the ad, would you give away a free meal every month and I can give that to a customer? And it's just a great way to, or would you like to split the ad cost for the Facebook ads? We run it together. We both save money and we both grow our business together. I think you just got to be creative in the way you're marketing nowadays. So.
And that kind of, and the thing is too, Scott, so in the network, it allows you to raise awareness with prospective clients. I mean, you could network in a social setting. It could be a church event. It could be any kind of an event. And as a result, you could possibly secure up to 5, 10 new clients, depending on how, not aggressive, but assertive you are with your networking and offering your business cards and talking about what it is that you do and you do well. Maybe your forte is balayage or ombre or whatever it is, and you become known for that. But it's a great opportunity. So participate in local events whenever you possibly can. And I'd be curious to know, Scott, what people are doing to network now. I know for myself, one of the things that I used to do was that I would go to a bank, for example, and I would speak to the bank manager and I would ask them, you know, would it be okay if I were to do a makeover on your head teller? Do you know how many people that head teller gets to see every day? And what a great opportunity it is to promote your services. So that was something that I found very effective.
So when I used to be in the mall, one of the things we do is we go around to all the shops, and we would do model night every Tuesday for our staff, to train our staff. We would use the girls that worked in the mall as our models. And obviously that benefited because, they would go and they'd back to work and they'd have all this cool new hair. And then everybody that would walk in their store would say, "Oh my gosh, your hair's so cool. Where'd you get it done?" It's word of mouth and, and getting those referrals. But first you have to take action and get out there and do it. So, go to the bank, ask the teller, say, "Hey, look, I'm offering, we do model night on Tuesday night where we're always looking for models." Or, "Hey, you know what? I'd like to give you 50% off your first time visit to my salon." And in that case, and then when they come in, they get their hair done, you give them a stack of cards and say, "For everybody you send in, I can continue to do this for you if you send me people in." So it's just, it's all getting, you got to get your customers working for you, or the other business owners working for you.
The other thing is too, Scott, something that I found that worked really well for me is offer blow drying classes.
Sure.
A lot of ladies out there, they struggle at how to blow dry and to style their hair. What better way to recruit new clients than to offer a blow dry class? You don't have to do it as a collective in your salon. You could do it as an individual. You could invite like 10 people, 10 ladies, and make a very intimate class and do blow dries, do blow out and flat irons, and it's a great way to recruit new clients. So let's talk about social media. It's important to get them out to the masses so that you become known for your areas of strength. So post your images on your favorite channels, like whether it's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and create contests. So just these are suggestions that we come up with, but you might want to consider them. Contest 1, win a prize for the most clients to post a selfie tagged with your Facebook page. And number 2, the client selfie that gets the most likes and shares per month wins a valued service. And the other thing, when you have a client come in, especially if it's a first-time client, and you do a major service on them, especially if it's a color change and a style change, gives them bragging rights. They love nothing better than to go out with their friends and family and talk about the service they had just done. And what a great opportunity for you to market yourself by providing that client with business cards. And guaranteed a percentage of those friends will follow you on your social media and visit you at the salon. And I know, Scott, that's something that you and I talked about.
Yeah, what it does is it creates a chain reaction. So, if somebody's sitting in a chair and after you're done doing their hair, obviously you want to take a couple of pictures for your benefit, but have them take a picture on their phone and then upload that to Facebook, Instagram, and tag the hair salon. So by doing that, they're letting their friends know that, hey, I just had an awesome hair service done over here at Scott Farmer Salon, or whatever it is, Tangle Salon, and here's their Facebook page. It's going to draw people to come over and check out that Facebook page. And then not only that, is that it's going to tag you on your post on your Facebook, seeing that, hey, wow, look what they just did to this girl. Maybe I should go get my hair done over here at the salon as well. So it creates that chain reaction. And and you stay consistent with doing this, the more times you're doing this daily, weekly, you're creating a massive growing on your Facebook page from the community. And you can tag other things to other small businesses in the area that you know of. On group with Facebook, you got Facebook pages and Facebook groups. You can tag those as well. So like say there's a local community for the city of Swanee, Georgia. I can go on and tag that page as well. And even more people are going to see that. So the more people that you're putting your business in front of, the more interaction your Facebook page is going to get, and people are going to draw interest to it. You're becoming the authority in your community by doing that. And not only that, the client that's doing the posting, they're going to get a lot of attention back, and then you're going to start to create. Then you can give them a prize. Whoever's sending in the most, people during the month, we're going to give you a valued day at the spa or the salon.
I think it's really important, Scott, that we're talking about this, because the way in which people market themselves today has changed so drastically from how it used to be. And I agree, you know, social media is such a key component. And again, depending on what their social platform is, whether it's Facebook, I know that Instagram is a big thing. And I know that I know a lot of stylists and colorists that as soon as they have a client in their chair, they'll do a before and an after, and they'll post it right away. And they'll tag as many different salons or different businesses as they possibly can, or vendors. So again, I think it's a very, very important thing to be doing, and it's something that we need to be doing consistently.
Yeah, John, let me pipe in just 2 seconds before we move forward. So also remember that when you're doing organic posts, though, on your social media, you're only getting up to 3% of your followers to see it. So one of the suggestions I would do, that's why we're saying do the tag game, because more people are going to get to see that organic posting. The other thing to do is after they've done it and they've posted, go in and edit the post and write something about what you did to achieve that look for that person, and then go over and run a $5 a day ad to that, and it'll to like your local surrounding area. You can put it on a city, like a 20-mile radius from your salon or a 10-mile radius to your salon, and just keep it real simple and run an ad to that post, and even more people will see it. Everybody can afford $5 a day, you know, for an ad. So, you know, that's even going to put it out there even further, more than the organic reach will.
And something else they could do, Scott, is that I would encourage them, for those salons that have joined our team, our family, to post those photos on their Mindshare bulletin board, because again, it creates another platform for additional exposure. So now I want to talk about walk-ins. I love this caption, you know, hello, beautiful, come on in. If you think about it, as a stylist or a colorist, you're not doing anything at all for a walk-in. These people are just walking in off the street, and it gives you such an incredible opportunity to recruit a new client, to foster a relationship. And how are you going to do that? It's extremely important when that client comes through the door that they be greeted as quickly as possible in a very friendly way. And then within a short period of time, I determine and identify, you know, what services that they want and what's the time that's going to be allocated to do that. Once we've gotten to that point, then they need to be escorted to their next place, whether it's to the wash basin for a shampoo, or is it to the styling chair for a cut, or is it to the color department? Are they having a color? Are they having an ombre, balayage? And again, you know, we talk a lot about consultations. It's so very important that, bearing in mind, this is a first-time client, so you want to get as much information as you can about them, previous history, document everything. And we've talked in the past about the importance of Secret Service, gaining as much information as we possibly can so that we can leverage that moving forward to make additional contacts with that client. And please, you know, make sure that before that client leaves your salon, that you provide them not with one, but with several business cards. And don't be shy about asking referrals, because again, even though that client just walked through the door, they walked in for a reason. And this is another form of networking. Again, this is somebody that you have not seen before, you've had no interaction with. Now you're having this perfect opportunity to have this intimate relationship, and what better way to network than in that situation?
Yeah, yeah. So, you know, whether you have a receptionist or if it's, you know, a smaller salon, you don't have a reception, just, you know, stand up, be ready to greet the person as they're walking through the door. Let them know you're excited. They came in to see you today. Look the part, you know, make it a visual. Your hair's done, your makeup's done, your clothes are on, you know, all done right. So, and then, you know, again, let them know how important it is that they came in, that they really appreciate them. So, but yeah, I mean, walk-in clients, I mean, some salons get a lot of them, some of them don't get that many. So if you're one of those lucky salons that get quite a bit of walk-ins, take advantage of that and just be thankful that you are getting those.
And Scott, I think it's important, that tagline that we have on the bottom, turn on the charm. Actually, you know what? That's not a joke. Your whole demeanor is going to determine whether or not that customer would want to come back and see you. So be as pleasant as possible, be as engaging as possible, and listen. Don't be afraid to ask questions, and make sure you listen. Yeah. But for goodness sakes, make sure that you smile and make sure that that client feels comfortable.
As hairdressers, we're relationship people, man. We're people. If you're not a people person, you're in the wrong business. So, you know, be excited that they're there and that you have somebody that's you know, that's trusted, that came in to find out more about your business. And so, you know, let them have it. Let them know exactly what you're about and, you know, your culture, and and what sets you apart from all the competition, and just be relationship oriented with them.
I see it as a challenge, Scott. My experience has been, there's been many times where a walk-in has come through the door, and it may even be the last 15 minutes that that I was scheduled to work, but I stayed behind to do that client. And as a result of doing that client, I ended up getting the mother and the sister and the sister-in-law. So you end up with all this extended family. So again, there'll never be a better opportunity to network than having that walk-in come through the door. So
True.
leverage that relationship for in any way that you possibly can.
Absolutely.
So now let's talk about retaining clients. My theory has always been that the more information I give my clients and the more services that I can provide them. So for example, if instead of just doing a basic color, upselling that service and doing highlights to create some dimension or whatever it is, then they become dependent on me. They trust me, they value the service I just provided. And we all know that the greater the client dependency, the more financial security you will have. Provide the best experience that you possibly can to that client. Again, educate them in any way you possibly can. Listen, recommend, and pre-book. And set the stage for the next visit. I don't know if y'all do this, but for me, whenever I have a client in my chair and I'm planning on pre-booking them for 4 to 6 weeks, whatever the cycle is, I'm always talking about what that next service is like. And the other thing is, if in my conversation with that client, I heard them say that they're going down south, for example, I'll always suggest to them, I'll say, you know what? Your color is solid right now. I would really like to do some highlights, or if it's too light, I want to introduce some low lights. Whatever I need to do to tweak that color, so that I can talk to them and say, so you know what? You're going to be in the sun, and you want your hair to look as great as we possibly can. And by doing this or doing that, and by doing that and educating them that way, they're more comfortable to pre-book, and they are going to come back because they want to look the best they can before they go on holidays. And then I just want to talk a little bit about, if you have clients coming through the door and they're not returning for whatever reason, it's really important that you do some self-evaluation. You want to seriously look at what your customer service skills are. Are you asking all the appropriate questions? Are you setting the stage for the future visit? And then go back and evaluate your consultation skills. Because again, if you're dropping the ball during the consultation and you're not identifying all those services that the client wants or potential services that you could be offering, then you really have, it's missed opportunity, and you stand the chance of maybe not retaining that client.
Yeah, with the dependency stuff, I love it because I always say, kill your clients with kindness for once, for the first thing. But the other thing is create an experience so good and a service so good and customer service so good that they couldn't imagine ever going anyplace else. At the end of the day, that's really what it's about. And where I see salons get in trouble sometimes is when they're trying to double book and they're trying to multitask and do all this stuff. Focus on your client from the time they walk in and the time they leave, and create that balance and that open communication and customer service with them. And they can't go anywhere else. There's no one in the area that's going to give them the service that you just gave them. So that dependency, it creates financial security for you. I know that every month that I don't have to stress about where my next client's coming from, because I know that I'm giving my customers the 110% of what I can offer them. And that's all I can do. And if I start to fail on that, and we know as stylists when we start to lose it a little bit, even as non-stylists and anything that we do, when we start to slip, we can start to see those results that are coming in there. Just really focus on giving a perfect service and a perfect salon visit, and your clients won't go nowhere else.
Scott, you bring up a really great point when you talk about double booking and triple booking and the client not getting the attention that they need and they deserve. I've seen that happen time and time again. And that was something that I always did pride myself on, that if I was doing multiple clients, I always made sure that I gave them as much attention as possible, that they never at any time felt like they were being left alone or that they were less important than the other person, because I think that's a sure way to end up losing that client. So if you have more than one client going, Make sure that you go back and forth. Make sure that you're asking those questions. Make sure that you're engaged with them so that that client feels like that they're being taken care of and they're not just left in the corner with a color processing or whatever their highlights or ombre, whatever it is. So that, again, that's a great point, Scott.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I work in a single little room, and so for me, I'm with my client the whole thing. But if you're in a multi-chair salon and you're actually, you know, you have, you know, how it gets busy and stuff in there, and not only that, we talked about this in our consultation class that we did, and you know, just making sure that you know whatever's going on around you and in your environment, that you stay focused on that client. You know, even if they're, say, they're processing, grab a stool, sit in front of them, pop up in a conversation with them, find out what's going on in their life, and stay engaged with them while they're in the salon, so they feel like, you know, don't go run outside, smoke a cigarette while your client's processing, things like that, which, you know, we've all seen that happen. You know, stay with them. They're the most important thing right now for you and your business. And then take the opportunity while they're processing and talk to them about sending in referrals. Go ahead and set up their holiday schedule. You know, talk to them about products that you're really excited about right now. Just stay engaged with them.
Because if you were to do a survey of new clients that come through your door from other salons, from other stylists, other colors, oftentimes you'll find that one of the main reasons they left that salon was because they felt that they were not attended to the way they needed to be, especially if they were having a lengthy service like an ombre or a balayage or highlights. There's nothing more frustrating for a client than having a chemical sitting on their hair because they feel they're held captive. They can't go anywhere, and just being ignored. So it's really important to keep checking in to assure and to reassure that client that, you know, you're taking care of them, everything's under control, and make sure that if they have any concerns, you address them immediately.
Yeah, I mean, that's go. Those are great points. And you know, another thing, if you were to do a survey, it's the client is my stylist didn't listen to me, so I went off somewhere else. So make sure that whenever you know, it goes back to our consultation. If you haven't had a chance, we've got those posted on YouTube. You can find them. The consultation webinar we did, but we actually talked about listening to our customers inside the consultation and then repeating back those same exactly what they said to us, so that they understand that, hey, I heard exactly what you're saying, and this is what we're going to do to it inside the service to give you the results that you're looking for. So I think those are key points that you're putting out there, John.
And just one other thing, Scott, that I'd like to talk about briefly. I'm sure that we all agree that we know when we've done an amazing job. We know you feel it. You feel you feel the vibration from your client. They're over the top. They're so happy. They love the cut. They love the color. They love whatever it is we've done. But if we haven't done such a good job, we sense that too.
Sure.
And I think it's really important that if you get that sense that the client, for whatever reason, is not happy, to really take ownership of that. And even if it means you saying as the stylist, say, look, you know what? I don't know. Something just doesn't seem right. Let's talk about this. Is there anything that you'd like me to do differently? Is there any concerns that you might have? Make sure that you address that before that client leaves the salon. Because if you do that, again, the likelihood is that client is going to stay with you. But if you don't address it, the likelihood is you're going to lose that client.
Absolutely. Take responsibility. I love that. You know, for me, I have about an hour drive home every night. So for me, that's my time to reflect on my day. And there's times that go through my head and go, you know what, I really could have done better on that, you know, like, and you know what, that's on me. And, you know, and if I realize that, then I know the client was feeling that. So I may just shoot a text out, hey, are you good with your hair? Really enjoyed seeing busy with you today. I just want to make sure that you're really completely happy and satisfied with your service today. If not, please contact me in the salon. You know, they know. It's one of those things. So you don't want to ever let something just, you know, go undone, you know, at the end of the day. But, you know, we talked about it before. At the end of my day, every day I send out emails to all my customers. So, you know, that's the opportunity for them to speak up. And then it doesn't escalate and get further out there and then end up with a bad review or something. So I try to nip things in the bud pretty quickly when it comes to stuff like that. But at the end of the day, my clients know that I really care about them and the work that I do on them. And you know, and that gets, I mean, fortunately, it keeps them coming back. So.
And the thing is, Scott, you know what, if you're providing that kind of service consistently and you have that kind of relationship with your client, why would they go anywhere else?
Right, exactly.
So, yeah.
You know, running a hair salon or being a hairstylist, it's all about systems and structures, isn't it? I mean, you basically got to have systems that are in play every day that you do when you from time you the way you open the salon, you set up the coffee bar, the way you get the computer logged on, the way that you can make sure your chair's set up for the day, make sure your products are supplied and set up for you. We have systems that we go through every day in the salon to make sure that that success of the client is going to be optimal. So same thing, structures in the way that we run our business as far as like our staff, our team, our people that we work with. So start now having systems that you write, get a piece of paper, sit down today and walk yourself from the time you turn the key on the door to the time you turn it at night, and have those systems in play of what you're going to do every day to make sure that you're setting the stage for an optimum you know, day with your clients, and it only will give you success, my friends.
Our objective should be that our clients should leave the salon with a smile on their face, and they should return with a referral. If they've done that, then we've done our job.
And my goal at the end of every client visit is a hug and a peck on the cheek. I mean, I know that I've done well if I get those things. If I don't, then it's a little, you know, then I might be a little concerned. But you know, I'm always going for the hug at the end of the day, the relationship, just letting my clients know that I am here for them, and that's what I do best is build relationships. So.
That's so great, because I have to tell you, everybody that knows me and my clients will tell you the same thing. When my clients come into the salon, they're greeted with a hug, and when they leave, the same thing. So again, those relationships are so important. And then there's no issue when you ask that client for a referral. And oftentimes you don't even have to ask; those clients will do it anyway.
Yeah, most of my clients, I've been doing their hair for 20 years though. So, you know, I mean, that's the gist of it. So
now let's talk about the Salon Rewards. So there's many ways you can do a rewards program, but the objective here is to reward for loyalty and referrals, to make it attractive and worthwhile. I mean, come on, we're asking clients to, I guess we are asking them kind of to go out of their way to do a favor to refer folks to us. So why shouldn't we reward them as best we can? So make it attractive and worthwhile. How you choose to do that will vary from salon to salon. It could be product, it could be service. It could be like Scott was saying earlier, you know, if you're aligned with a spa, it could be a spa package. And the other thing is deliver those rewards in a timely manner. There's nothing more discouraging or frustrating for a client than for them to make the effort on their part to support you and then not to be rewarded for that for months at a time. That's not an effective rewards program. It needs to be something that happens within the immediate or within a very short period of time. And it's extremely important. I know for most of us, we have software that can do that, but in the event we don't, make sure that we keep accurate records, that we know what client referred whom and what the service was, so that you have a record of everything, because that's so critical for future visits.
So I think it's important. Again, at the end of the day, I email my customers, you know, at the end of the day. But if somebody comes in and says, hey, you know, Joan from Dr. Smith's office sent me in, and I'll send them out an email and thanking them for the referral, or a text. If I know them really personally or I see them all the time, shoot them a text. Hey, I really appreciate it that you sent somebody in as well. And one thing I want to touch base on this too, guys, when you're getting reviews online, it's very, very important that you engage with those reviews. So don't just let them go and don't. So if somebody sends you a review online, that's like sending you a referral basically, because they're letting other people know how great you are. So you want to write back on that review and say, hey, I really appreciate it. You know, I always love having you come in to visit. Look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks for the review. Always engage on those reviews. Same thing with your referrals. You want to definitely let them know that you received their referral, you appreciate them, and that you will be giving them some kind of a reward for sending those people in.
And Scott, that's something that we offer as well on mainreviews.com, is a platform where clients can actually the salon can request the referral from the client, and it can be addressed immediately, especially if for some reason it's not a positive one. And I've always told salon owners, if you get a negative response, if you get a negative review for whatever reason, and let's be honest, we've all had them, that negative review can be worth so much as it relates to the perception of you or your salon by the clients. If you address that in a professional way and provide resolution so that the client is satisfied, that speaks volumes about you or your salon. And it kind of overshadows a lot of the other positive reviews, believe it or not. So Scott brings up a really great point. Make sure that you read those reviews and you do respond to them, especially the ones that are not so positive.
Yeah, only in a positive professional way, guys. Don't ever find yourself, trying to argue back and forth because you don't understand. There's so many people reading your reviews that are seeing those. So if you don't have anything great to say, like my grandmother used to say, don't say anything at all, and contact that client offline and put a resolution to the issue that was there. You don't ever want to do it inside the reviews. Hey, and by the way, guys, everybody, not that you know, but we're over on Facebook right now live as well, and we've got actually some questions coming through. So at the end of this, we're going to actually do some Q&A. So hey, everybody at Facebook.
Hi, everybody on Facebook. Welcome. Okay, so moving right along, Scott, now let's talk about maintain practices. So establish a web presence, manage SEO and advertising. We talked about continuing education, volunteering and sharing, and Google My Business. So, as I stated earlier about main reviews, another thing you can do is you can you can claim your salon on mainreviews.com. It will give you a directory page. It will showcase all your services, your hours of operation, your location. It's not exactly a website, but it's very close to it. And I know that Scott's going to talk a little bit more about that. So Scott, that's your area of expertise. So let's talk about creating the website and the importance of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I hear so many people say right now, well, I'm on Instagram and that's all that I really need. I get so much business on Instagram. Well, I'm here to tell you that every post that you post on Instagram, you're only getting 3% of your followers following you guys. So it's very, very important to have a professional website for your business. It establishes you as a professional business so that people can go on and see your prices, your services, your history, your culture, what you're about, your staff, your teaming. It sets the boundaries for everything that you are as a business online, because we're in that time right now that it's not just about being good offline. You have to be great online as well. So having a website is really key, and connecting that to your social media and your Google My Business, your main reviews, all the different things that you want to be doing. You want to create an authority online, and your website is helping you create that authority online. So having a website is very, very key and important. And like John said, it doesn't have to be anything super crazy or technical and all that. We can get you set up with a website very easily. It doesn't have to be super expensive. And you can contact me at scott@wayoutdigital.net or wayoutdigital.com if you want, and I'll be happy to walk you through it. Getting any of that done. But mainly the main thing is having an online presence, setting up, optimizing your website, your social media accounts, your Google My Business, your main reviews, having them optimized with keywords that people are searching for your business in your local area. So say you live in Ontario, Canada, you want to have Hair Salon Ontario, Canada, Best Hair Salon Ontario, Canada, Haircut in Ontario, Canada. Having keywords set up for your SEO online, so that people are finding your website, and then from your website being able to go on and make online appointments. I started this whole hairsalonpro.com because I had to come up with a system that generated me consistent clients on a daily basis, when that was by setting up my website and running SEO, search engine optimization to it, using keywords that people were searching for businesses like mine online. It has been successful. I never have to talk on the phone to my customers. Everybody goes to my website and they book straight on my website to come in and see me. I walk in my salon and I have a client in my chair all the time.
Scott, I also want to talk about with the main reviews directory page that salons get when they claim their salon. All their services and their products that they carry become keywords, and it also elevates their search engine optimization. And then we also offer the Mindshare bulletin board, which allows them to post like they would on Instagram, their befores, after, and it too elevates their search. So I just wanted to put that in there so that they would be aware of it.
Absolutely. Keywords are important no matter what you're doing, whether or not you're sculpting a blog post or you're doing a post for your Facebook or Instagram. Inside of that, use those keywords that people are searching for. So like if I go into Instagram right now and I do the search bar up front and I put in hair salon, Atlanta, Georgia, I guarantee you there's going to be some salons that pop up. And that's what clients are doing as well. So using keywords almost like they're hashtags inside of your post, but make it organically, make it natural. Like we are happy to have our hair salon in Beaufort, Georgia, service you, the local client, whatever your post is, put those keywords in there and have it where it's done. Google My Business to me though, guys, I'm going to tell you right now, set it up. It's really easy. You just go on to Google My Business, and as long as you have a Gmail account, you can set that up, and you want to optimize that, have your business name, address, hours of business. You can do posts on there as well as main reviews. I believe you can do that as well. And you can write up a post every month, like, talking about a product or service that you're excited about, and then copy and paste that over on main reviews, and then copy and paste it over on Google My Business, and then copy and paste it inside your blog, your social media accounts, like your Facebook page or your Instagram. You can use that one post on multiple channels so people can find you. And so you want to be, I know it's time consuming, but you want to be engaged online and create that authority for your business in your local area. And by doing that is having a website, having a Google My Business, having social accounts, and having a mainreviews.com as well.
The other thing is, Scott, now let's talk about continuing education, because this is so important and it kind of supports everything that we're talking about right now as it relates to social media. Participating in continuing education has such an impact on your client. It really enhances your credibility, because what it does to the client, it proves to them that you really care, that you're not becoming stagnant, and that you're current in today's trends and fashions, which is very, very important to them. And make sure, if you attend some kind of a seminar or some kind of a training program that affords you an additional designation or some kind of a certification, then that gives you bragging rights. Post that on your social media, post it on Facebook, post it on Twitter, post it on your Mindshare bulletin board, get it out there, because I got to tell you, that has a very positive impact on potential clients, and it's going to bring more traffic through the door for you.
Absolutely. Yeah. Any opportunity to get some education, and whether it be online or offline, you want to say you go to a class that your local distributor's holding on, a new way of highlighting hair, or a new color formula or a product that's out there. Take photos while you're there. Even video is even better. Do a little video of a description of what you're actually learning and why you're excited about it, and then post it on your social media accounts, and use that again, creating that authority that, hey, I am taking time out of my day to go get some education so that I can bring it back to my salon and let my clients be excited about it. Go to as much education. I don't care if you've been doing hair less than a year or you've been doing hair for 35 years, you should continuously be going to online classes and offline classes to get better, but also using that information to let your clients know that this is what I'm excited about right now. This is what I'm learning. And there's a lot of things going on right now, both on and offline, that you can get the knowledge from. And not only technical, but business as well, guys. I mean, what we're doing right here, right now, that we're not getting paid to do this. We're doing it to give value to you and to build, to help you build up, because the things that we're talking about right now, they're working for us in our salons right now. They're in our businesses right now. We are implementing the same stuff that we're showing you right now inside of our own businesses, and we're seeing success with it. And that's why we're sharing it with you today.
If you do go and participate in some kind of continuing education, or if you learn a new technique, then do an in-salon demo, invite a group of people. What better way to showcase the new technique that you've just learned, and what better way to recruit new clients?
And the best tool you can have right now is this thing right here, man. All you got to do is get a little tripod, set it up, do a little class into it, do a braiding class on your client, take 30 seconds. Video right now on social media and online is probably, it's about 90% more engaging than posting a photo to any of your social media. Do a quick little video of you every day when you get time. Hey, this is my client Joan. She was really, she came in. This is what she had going on. This is what we did for her today. This is the end result. What do you think, guys? And do a little quick video of it.
And Scott, we talk about this in the next slide. We talk about the importance of volunteering and giving back to the community, and offer free services like to women's shelters or single mothers group. Anything that you can do to get your name out there, to create awareness about you or your brand, has such value and is going to ensure continued growth for you or your salon. And Scott, you made reference to, you said you had suggested that once you do this, so if you if you attend an event and if a part of that event you have the opportunity to do a service, whether it's a cut or a style, like Scott had suggested, videotape that and send it out as a press release to your local magazines and newspapers, and your media feeds as well, and put it on your Mindshare bulletin board. Again, there can never be too much when it comes for you to get your name out there and your abilities in terms of whatever services is that you're offering. Scott,
Yeah. Yeah, I want to touch base on this. And a lot of clients don't know you can do this. I mean, a lot of salons don't know you can do this, but you can jump over on Fiverr.com and you can have somebody write up you a press release for your business and say you've got a new product. Maybe you're offering some new products that nobody else is offering. You can write that up and you can send that press release to all your local newspapers online. It doesn't even have to be like a print. It can be online communities. You can send it out to anybody that has a newsletter, and they'll add you to their newsletter, or your local newspaper. Hey, we're writing in today to let you know that we're very excited about offering Olaplex. Olaplex is a bond builder, and this is how we use it in our salon, and people are looking for that all day long. Locally, you want to stay local with it because you could go way out and send it to a lot of people, but keeping it very local to your salon. But press releases are great ways to get rid of. And not only that, they will link back to your website. And for you guys that don't know, link building is great for SEO. So they'll send a link back to your website so that people can go there, and your social media accounts, so people can go and find out where you are. And they'll come in and they'll check you out. It's really a great feature to do. Volunteer locally. When I had two salons, we used to do Relay for Life, which was the Cancer Society big relay they do every year. We'd go out and we'd cut people's hair for a minimum donation of $10, and we'd give that money to the foundation. And not doing that, it was a great way to get out and meet with the community and network and talk about who we are as a business and a company. There's churches in your area that have women's groups, single moms groups that you can go out and do their hair. And again, once you're doing those things, you're doing them out of your heart because you want to do it to help. But also you can take advantage of that and do a press release and send it out to the newspapers and say, hey, look, we just did this great event called Relay for Life over here at the fairgrounds or wherever they hold it at, the conference center. And this is what we did. We took care of over 90 women's hair over in a weekend span. We gave back, we raised this much money. We gave it back to the foundation. Whatever it is that you can do, take the time to do it as a team. It's really fun as well.
It is a great way, Scott, and admittedly, we're in an incredible industry where we can give back, and not only give back, but it's such a social industry. So we should really be leveraging that. And speaking of which, next, let's talk about My Google Business. I know that this is something that you speak about often. So I'm going to hand it over to you, Scott, because it's your area of expertise.
Yeah, I'll keep this really brief though, guys. But if you have a local brick and mortar salon in your area, first thing I suggest you do right now before you go to do anything else is go over to Google My Business and register for a Google My Business page. And what that's going to do is Google owns the internet, if you guys don't know it or not, but they own YouTube and Google. I mean, anybody that's searching for a hair salon locally in your area, they're going straight to Google right now, and they're Googling hair salon, Decula, Georgia, hair salon, Johns Creek, Georgia, whatever area you're in. And so having one that's optimized, and that's also where they're sending the reviews. Most people are sending reviews, and I'm happy to do a separate class on this. If anybody's interested, you just reach out to me on hairsalonpro.com, and I'll be happy to go over this more. But the first and foremost thing I would do is go over to Google My Business, set up a page, have it optimized. They're going to send you a postcard to your location just to make sure that it is a legitimate business. And then you'll enter that code in and it'll give you a business. It's going to have you find you in the maps so that when people are searching, they can find the maps. It's going to basically give you your name, phone number, address, hours open. You can blog from there. And then again, go over to mainreviews.com as well and set up an account over there. It's really simple, really easy. John will be happy to walk you through it. If you have any questions, contact them over at mainreviews.com. And again, you want to set up on these online directories and sources online and put yourself out there as much. But Google My Business is as much important as having a website than anything. I've seen some companies not have a website and get ranked on Google just by having a really good Google My Business page. Again, I'm happy to walk people through it if you contact me, and at no charge, and we'll get you set up with it. But do it today, guys.
And Scott, I'd like to also make mention in closing that, people can go to mainreviews.com and they will find access to all the webinars that we've done to date. And to kind of piggyback on what you were saying earlier, everything that we're doing, folks, is to help you become more successful. And we would welcome any feedback. So please, all our contact information is right here. So mine is john.doucette@mainreviews.com, and Scott's as well. We'd be more than happy to answer any questions you might have. In addition to that, if you have any suggestions or recommendations for future webinars that you think would be of benefit to you, please let us know and we'll build accordingly.
Yeah, I want to say in closing, definitely, guys, we do these webinars every 2 weeks. Again, we're not here. They don't cost anything. It's our time. We put, me and John, we go through this weekly. We have meetings all week and talk about what we're going to bring up and talk about. We encourage you to give us topics that you're interested in knowing about. Again, these are systems that work in our salon. I run a very successful salon, and I also run a marketing company as well for local businesses in Atlanta. And I work with other companies besides hair salons, but mainly my focus is to get back to the salon community because it's been such a great career for me over the last 35 years that I want to get back to you guys. Everybody's talking about how to do the newest ashy balayage highlights and A-line haircuts and stuff like that, but nobody's talking about how to actually grow your business. And there's a lot of people out there that are like social media gurus that are wanting you to buy their programs and do all this stuff. We're not selling you anything, guys. We're here giving it to you for free. And we want you to take advantage of it, and have an opportunity to do it. So again, go over to Facebook, join Hair Salon Pro USA. Hit the page, like the page. We have a group as well where I share inside of that. Instagram as well, hairsalonpro_USA. And then you can contact me at scott@hairsalonpro.com. I'm here for you guys to help you grow your business. If you need a website, I can help you with that. If you need social media classes, I can help you with that. If you just need somebody to talk about, your business with and brainstorm with, I'm here for you. So.
And Scott, we're the same. Main Reviews was developed for the sole purpose to help salon owners and stylists and colorists to become more successful. So please don't hesitate to reach out. Like Scott made a really great point earlier, and that is that, there are a lot of us that are very, very good at what we do as it relates to our skill, but we don't have a lot of business acumen. And that's something that we at Main Reviews pride ourselves on, and that's something that we want to provide as much support in as possible. So again, please don't hesitate to reach out, and hopefully you'll be able to join us on our next webinar. And we will be sending out an invite and let you know what the content will be. So Scott, thank you so much again today. It was, as always, a pleasure. And
Yeah.
I look forward to our next one.
Absolutely. John, you want to answer a couple of these questions that we got over on Facebook real quick? Do we have time? So
sure.
we got Rosalina here, and she says, thank you. Great advice. I'm shy to ask for referrals. Can you give me examples, please? If you're shy, how do you ask for referrals?
That's a really great question. I'm sure that you're a very competent hairstylist, and just establish that comfort level where you can say to your client, look, you know what, I'm actively building my business, and I would really appreciate your support.
Yeah, I tell you one thing that works for me, John, and she also says, I don't know how to even start the conversation. So for me, like at the end of it, I always tell my clients, one of the biggest compliments you could ever do or give me is to send someone in or refer me to some of your friends. I enjoy doing your hair, and I know your friends are probably similar to you. So I know I would enjoy visiting with them. Please, send in your friends and just ask them. For the biggest compliment you could ever give me is to send in 2, 3, 4, 5 of your friends.
Yeah, and the other thing is just to remember, Scott, that they're coming to you because they trust you and because of the service that you're providing them. So I appreciate that you're a little bit shy, but I can assure you that if you ask the question, they will be more than happy to support you.
Yeah, and Casey says, I have a personal Instagram and a professional one, and that's easier for me. I agree that definitely having your personal life and your business life separate is important. I know to have a business page on Instagram and Facebook, you have to use a personal account, but again, it can be separate from your personal account. And some of us, we like to go out and have fun on the weekends. We don't want to post any of that stuff with our professional accounts. We want to keep everything very separate and inside of that. So. Um, and so, yeah, we looked like we had some good interaction on Facebook today, and I'm very excited about that. And we look forward to our next one in 2 weeks from now. And as the holidays are coming through, definitely, I know we're all busy, and but it's like the time to keep sharing with each other and keep continues to grow our business every day.
Brilliant. Okay, again, thanks for attending, everybody. And Scott, again, it was a pleasure, and I look forward to our next one.
Me too. See
Okay.
you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.